AARP is a national grassroots organization with more than 420,000 Alabama members. AARP is committed to keeping you safe from fraud and scams. Jamie Harding is the communication director for AARP Alabama, and she joins us this morning. Jamie, good morning to you, and thanks for joining us on Studio 10.
Good morning.
So our focus for today is keeping folks in Alabama safe from fraud and scams. But first, we do want to talk about AARP and what you guys do for folks who aren't familiar with your organization.
Well, as you mentioned, we are the nation's largest grassroots organization. We have 38 million members nationally. We have about 420,000 plus here in Alabama. And we are an organization that advocates for and helps people 50 and older live their best lives. And we provide information and a lot of different services and yes, discounts. Folks are really familiar with those to our members. And but the fraud is an issue that our members have told us repeatedly that they really expect us to lead on and provide a lot of good information, help them protect themselves.
Sure. So a lot of folks are feeling safer right now after having their COVID-19 vaccinations. And so a lot of folks are traveling. What do you have to say about travel scams and how to prevent that?
Well, travel scams are becoming common once again, right now that people are traveling again. Last year, things kind of died down quite a bit. So there are a couple of things we want people to be aware of. And we know that a lot of folks here in Alabama like to go to the beach, for instance, and get beach rentals for vacations in the summers and even in the spring and fall as well. So we encourage folks to make sure they're dealing with a reputable rental company when they're doing this, and to be very wary when they do Google searches for rentals that there are a lot of scammers out there that will grab photos of actual rentals and set up fake rental listings, even fake rental companies, and try to lure them in and steal their money. And many times, unfortunately, folks don't become aware that they've been scammed until they take that vacation trip, get to the rental, and find out that it's occupied by somebody who rented it through the legitimate listing, or they're sent to an address that doesn't even exist. So we want folks to be really aware of who they're dealing with. And one of the big red flags for this is if they are requesting cash payments of some kind or another, whether it's a cashier's check or maybe they want you to send money through a cash app. We recommend that folks only book a vacation rental with a credit card, because credit cards provide you with more protection from fraud.
And that information applies to fake car rental scams as well, correct?
Yes, and this is kind of a new one. This has really jumped up in frequency in 2021. During 2020, a lot of the car rental companies sold off their fleets. There was just no travel happening, either business or leisure travel. So they had to dispose of a lot of cars. So that means now that folks are traveling again, rental cars are at a premium and kind of difficult to find. So scammers are trying to take advantage of that by setting up fake websites that look like legitimate car rental companies, and then putting ads on the internet saying cheap car rentals because prices have skyrocketed even if you can find a car. And so what they're asking folks to do when they contact them is say, if you want this particular special deal, you have to pay in advance with gift cards that you buy in the store, like a Visa or MasterCard or American Express gift card that can be turned into cash. That's a huge red flag. Anytime anyone of any kind demands payment from you by gift cards, it is a scam 100% of the time.
Good information to know. Jamie, for more information on AARP or more tips and tricks to try to avoid these scams, where can folks find that online?
Well, we operate something called the AARP Fraud Watch Network, and that is a free service to people of all ages from AARP. You don't have to be a member to use it, and you can find that at aarp.org/fraud.
Thank you for joining us this morning on Studio 10. We will have the link to that website on our website, fox10tv.com.